You know, sometimes I wake up and I just feel blank. Like the world is still spinning, but I'm not really in it. It feels like the sky looks the same and the coffee tastes the same. The people talk about the same things, but inside it's like something's missing. I've been reading a lot in the book of Ecclesiastes, and I feel like it hits really hard today. I feel like that's exactly where it starts. It doesn't start with hope or promises, but something that feels more like a sigh. Vanity of vanities. The writer says, all is vanity. Or in Hebrew, it would be hevel hevelim, which literally means vapor, mist, or breath. It's this word that captures something that you can see, but you can't hold. Something that feels real, but it slips right through your fingers the moment you try to grab it. And that's what I feel life feels like sometimes. It's beautiful, it's visible, it's full of motion, all at the same time, but impossible to pin down. We spend so much time chasing meaning. We work, we plan, we scroll, we build, we dream, we post. But at the end of the day, it's hard to not wonder for what. Life can feel like an endless to-do list. To finish school, get a job, buy something new, climb the ladder, stay busy enough to not think about what it all means. But eventually, we all hit that point where the noise kind of fades, where you can start to see the pattern, not as progress, but more as a loop. Ecclesiastes describes this feeling perfectly. The sun rises and the sun sets and hurries back to where it rises. Round and around. Everything we do, everything we strive for, it feels like it's part of the same cosmic treadmill. And in that moment, you start to feel it. You start to feel the emptiness, the quiet realization that maybe we've been living for more momentum than for meaning. The writer of Ecclesiastes says, all is hevel. And when he says that, he's not being pessimistic. He's being more honest in his words. He's looking at the world without filters and without pretending it's all okay. He's saying everything that we chase, everything that we label, every goal that we set, it's all temporary. And it doesn't hold the weight we think it will. You can have the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect house, and still feel like it's mist in your hands. And I feel like that is the paradox of hevel. It's not that life is meaningless, it's that meaning itself slips away when you try to own it. It's not nothing, but it's not something you can control. Life is fragile. Moments matter, and then they vanish. And we're left holding our breath, wondering what it all meant. Ecclesiastes goes down the list with pleasure and wealth, success, all of it. And the writer says, I denied myself nothing my eyes desired. I refused my heart no pleasure. He had everything people dreamt about. Money, influence, luxury, and still said, this too is hevel. We live in a culture obsessed with the next thing, the next trip, the next purchase, the next version of ourselves. But if we're being honest, pleasure fades faster than we like to admit. The meal ends, the music stops, the vacation's over, and we're back to scrolling, wondering what's next. The illusion of happiness is that it's always somewhere else, in the future, in someone else's life, in the next upgrade. But what Ecclesiastes is saying is that pleasure isn't the problem, but more so it's that expectation that it should fix the ache inside of us. Happiness isn't wrong, it's just not enough. And then there's wisdom. The one thing we're told will make it all make sense. Get educated, be informed, understand the world. But Ecclesiastes seems to flip that as well. He says, "For with much wisdom comes much sorrow. The more knowledge, the more grief." And I feel that. The more you know about the world, its pain, its injustice, its absurdity, the harder it is to rest easy. Wisdom gives clarity, but not comfort. It opens your eyes, but sometimes that's what hurts the most. It's like being awake in a room where everyone else is dreaming and you can't fall back asleep. But then again, maybe that's the point. Maybe wisdom isn't about escaping the ache, but facing it without pretending that it's not there. And here, I feel, is where it gets a little wild, because Ecclesiastes doesn't give clean answers about God either. It doesn't say, trust God and everything will make sense. Instead, it says to fear God and keep his commandments. But even that comes with tension. Because sometimes God feels absent, maybe even a lot of times. Sometimes you'll pray and nothing will happen. And sometimes life falls apart and all you hear is silence. And yet that silence, that absence, some philosophers have said that is the proof. That is God's language. Because if everything were easy, predictable, and logical, then faith wouldn't exist. Only formula. But love, what real love is built on freedom. And maybe God loves us enough to let us not understand, but to let us wrestle and to let us ask. It's absurd. It's frustrating. But maybe in that absurdity is where we meet the divine, not in explanations, but instead in existence itself. So what do we do with all of this? If everything is hevel, if life's vapor and God's silent, then what's the point of waking up tomorrow? Well, Ecclesiastes answers that as well. Not with a rule, but with a rhythm. It says, "There is nothing better for a person than to eat, drink, and find enjoyment in their toil. This too I see is from the hand of God." And that's it. No big cosmic solution, just presence. To be awake in your own life, to taste your food, to laugh when you can, to cry when you need to love the people you've been given, not perfectly, but presently. Life is full of days that are meaningless, but moments that are meaningful. To be awake in your own life, to taste your food, to laugh when you can, to cry when you need to love the people you've been given, not perfectly, but presently. So the writer isn't saying that life is meaningless. He's saying that it's fragile. And because it's fragile, it's sacred. The moments that mean everything, the late night talks, the sunrises you didn't expect to see, the song that hits different when you need it the most. Those are the pieces of eternity leaking through the cracks. You can't control them, but you can notice them. So at the end of the day, maybe the point of Ecclesiastes isn't to solve the riddle, but instead to wake up to it. To realize that life isn't about escaping the mist, but moving through it with open eyes. To live awake is to stop for everything to make sense before you start living. It's to love even when it hurts, and to trust even when you doubt, to see the divine not just in miracles, but in Mondays. Because maybe meaning isn't something that you find, maybe it's something that you live into, moment by moment and breath by breath. So yeah, life feels empty sometimes, but maybe that emptiness is the space for you to wonder, space for faith, space for something bigger than control. Vanity of vanities, he said. And maybe what he meant was, it's all vapor. And that's exactly what makes it so beautiful. So, let's take a breath. Let the mist rise around you. And don't try to hold it. Just be there for it. That's the gift. That's the meaning. That's life. Hevel and holy all at once. But that's all I got.